We are back, and today, the top free agents testing the market potentially in the NFL in 2025. We know they're testing the market. We know they're going to be free agents. Now, do they end up signing elsewhere? Today, I'm going to give you guys at least 10 of the top free agent names, and then I'm going to go through a quick rundown of the rest beyond those top 10 in my rankings. And the top 10, man, I'm a bit more of an offensive focused guy myself, but we will have some defensive guys in here as well. Please smash the subscribe button, man, if you want to see more football content. Smash the like button as well. And let's start it off, man. The number one person in free agency this season, going to command $30 million plus, might even get close to that $40 million per year range. It's T. Higgins. Everybody knows that T. Higgins is going to be the hot commodity this season. This regular season, though, he actually didn't have a great year. He was hindered by injuries. 911 receiving yards, 73 receptions, and 10 touchdowns. You know what? That actually is a pretty good season, considering the injuries that he was dealing with, considering everything he had to bounce back from, and considering he was the wide receiver 2 behind Jamar Chase. If T. Higgins can stay healthy on whatever team he goes to, then we could expect a big increase in production next year. If he stays healthy for 16 games, man, 17 games, he's going to have a season where he has 1,300 yards receiving if he stays healthy. And yes, you have to factor in wherever he's going to go, Joe Burrow ain't there. That's fine, but Jamar Chase isn't there. T. Higgins is most likely going to be the alpha wide receiver wherever he goes, and he's got a lot to prove, man. He's going to get $35-40 million a year. Some potential landing spots, man. We got a couple receivers we're going to talk about. The Raiders are interested in receivers. Maybe, any of those bottom tier teams that have a lot of cap space, those are going to be the ones going after T. Higgins. I think his best landing spot would be with New England. The next guy on the list is Trey Smith. Now, this is the offensive guard, and there's no, what stats am I going to talk about? A lot of people have this guy ranked as their, at least a top 5 player in free agency. A lot of people have him ranked number 2, which is why we're talking about him second. Now, the prediction right here, a lot of people are saying this guy's going to get a potential $100 million deal, and the most recent prediction I'm seeing is that the Chicago Bears are interested in protecting Caleb Williams, and they have $66 million in cap space, so the Bears actually can be some heavy swingers in free agency this season. So look for Trey Smith to go protect, potentially Caleb Williams, but hopefully he'll be protecting whatever quarterback he ends up with. Next up, we got to talk about DJ Reed. DJ Reed's been a very, very consistent player. He's one of the best cornerbacks in the league. In 2024, he's still ranked, top 30 among qualifying cornerbacks with a Pro Football Focus type grade. He's got 1 year left from 2024. He played his 2024 season with the New York Jets. Is he really going to come back to the Jets? Probably not. I expect DJ Reed to go somewhere with a contender now that he's getting a little bit older and he wants to kind of win some games rather than getting out of the Jets. So the Jets, gone. I think he's going to land with Pittsburgh. And a lot of rumors are out there saying that the Pittsburgh Steelers are heavily interested in landing him as a top free agent corner for them. Next up, Khalil Mack. A lot of defensive players here, man. Khalil Mack, he said that he wants to continue playing in 2025. Where he does, it remains to be seen. If we talk about some landing spots, really anybody. Now, if you're a rebuilding team, you're not going to spend a lot on Khalil Mack, who's an older player. The team that's going to get Khalil Mack is most likely going to be a team trying to win now. Charvarius Ward. Man, I can't read, man. My eyes are strained. Charvarius Ward. The New York Giants have been linked as an ideal landing spot for Charvarius Ward. A lot of people have him ranked in the top 15 free agents. The Lions are exploring signing Charvarius Ward. The Giants or the Lions, if this guy had a choice, we'll have to see who the Giants draft at quarterback in the draft. But if he goes to the Lions, he'd be a happy camper. Another defensive player, we got Josh Sweat. Now, Josh Sweat scammed the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's time for Philadelphia. They already have an elite defensive line, elite pass rush. It's time for him to go, man. He's entering his age 28 season. He's had very good years in the past. He had a down year in Philly because he wasn't being used as much. Just had a down year. The Tennessee Titans are named the best landing spot and the top suitor to land Josh Sweat and improve their defense. So the Titans are the landing spot where Josh Sweat could be ending up. Another Philadelphia Eagle that the Eagles might lose, man. And I hope they don't lose him. Zack Bonnell. What a breakout season Zack Bonnell has had. And the Rams are considering going in, all in on that all-pro linebacker. The Carolina Panthers, they've been linked to him. The New York Giants have been linked to him. I mean, Zack Bonnell is getting Luke Kuechly type comparisons. I mean, the Eagles have such a good roster, man. It doesn't seem like they're going to be able to potentially form everybody. So hopefully the Eagles get this guy signed back. But if not, those are the 3 teams pursuing him. Now we have a receiver. Very interesting. Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin coming off of that big injury. He's getting older, approaching 30 years old. He's been linked to be a potential fit in Las Vegas. So depending on what the Raiders do in the draft and what they do with T. Higgins, Chris Godwin could be a backup receiving option for whoever they draft at quarterback. Another receiver, Stefon Diggs. Now, Stefon Diggs tore his ACL in Week 8, so it's going to make an interesting story for whether or not he gets that massive contract in free agency. I'm going to go ahead and say they're still going to pay him. I don't think he's going to get 30. I don't think he's going to get 29. I think he'll get 20 to 25 million, but what do I know? The Cowboys have actually been linked to Mr. Stefon Diggs. That would be pretty wild. Honestly, I'd be shocked if Stefon Diggs gets. I wouldn't pay Stefon Diggs 20 mil. I'd give him a $15 million one-year contract, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. If he goes to the Cowboys, that might be a good fit. Then we have, potentially, this is a lot of people's. We think this guy's going to be the second highest paid right behind T. Higgins, and it's Scam Darnold. Scam Darnold. He was boom bust all season, meaning he was, volatile. He was very, very good in the win-loss column. Let's put it that way. He had a very good supporting cast. If he goes somewhere, can he elevate a team, or does he need the pieces already in place? That's the question here. Sam Darnold, people are comparing him that he'll get a contract similar to what Baker Mayfield got a couple years back, which was around $30 million. If Sam Darnold gets, a $32 million contract for a couple years, listen, he couldn't elevate the Jets, he couldn't elevate the Panthers. It's a risk. It's a very big risk, man. You have to kind of have the pieces in place. It reminds me of Brock Purdy. I don't know how much Sam Darnold is going to be commanding in free agency, and honestly, I don't know where he's going to end up. Amari Cooper and Aaron Jones are the next two. It looks like Amari Cooper. If I was Amari Cooper, I'm staying with Buffalo, and I think the Bills still have a very high chance of bringing Amari Cooper back. But, what if? And then Amari Cooper could potentially be another one of those top wide receiver free agents. And then Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones took a one-year deal with the Vikings in the offseason, and he's going to be one of the best running backs available in free agency. Now, some other notable names, just going real quick. Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. Which Steeler are the Steelers going to, name as their starting quarterback? You have to think it's going to be Russell Wilson, but if he's too pricey or something, Justin Fields might go somewhere else to be a starter. Would anyone give him a chance? I don't know. Carson Wentz is a free agent. Carson Wentz, man, what a beast. J.K. Dobbins is a free agent. Najee Harris is a free agent. Nick Chubb, Rico Dowdle, Kareem Hunt. We got a lot. DeAndre Hopkins, Marquise Brown, Keenan Allen, Deontay Johnson, but this guy's been signed to 12 different teams at this point. Jawan Johnson, Zach Ertz, Mike Gesicki. A lot of good players in the free agent pool this season, boys. That's the video, man. Smash the like and subscribe button. Who are your top free agents? Who did I miss? Who's going where? Thanks for watching.